Dear Diary, I know that Santa has a naughty and nice list, but does he also have an asshole list? Because if he does, I know who should be at the top of it. Dancing Gary. I haven't seen Dancing Gary very much since he infected me with COVID back in the spring, because when he recovered, he decided the lockdown was cramping his style. Not like he actually has a style to cramp, but he went to stay with his cousin in a sunny place where there was no lockdown. So we've been in this kind of long-distance limbo. And I did not miss him. Anyway, Dancing Gary came back last week for the holidays, which brought up the dilemma to give or not to give him a Christmas gift. On the one hand, Dancing Gary is the worst gift giver ever. I mean, last Christmas I bought him that dumbass cowboy hat that he wears every day. I thought it was completely ridiculous, but I knew he really had his heart set on it. Assuming he actually has a heart. And what did Dancing Gary give me in return that Christmas? An Office Depot gift card. Because nothing screams Dancing Dawn like Office Depot, right? But still, it is Christmas, the season of giving. So instead of holding on to anger or seeking vengeance for his thoughtlessness last Christmas, I decided I would give Dancing Gary a Christmas gift this year, and also give him a chance to redeem himself. I have to say, I do put a lot of thought and effort into choosing gifts. Dancing Gary had been talking forever about getting into photography, and every time we passed the camera shop, there was a camera he'd always stop to look at. So I went to the shop and I bought him that very camera. I wrapped it up and I was actually really excited to give it to him because, well, it feels good to do something that makes someone happy, even someone like Dancing Gary. So a couple of days ago, I texted Dancing Gary to stop by my work because I had something for him. And he came in and sat down, kind of like he owned the place, and he was like, "What's up?" And I said, "What do you think is up, Dancing Gary? It's Christmas, that's what's up. I have a gift for you." And he was like, "Oh, cool." And then he was just man-spreading in the armchair and looking all expectant, and I was like, "You know what, Dancing Gary? Stand up. I'm giving you a Christmas gift, not a lap dance." Anyway, of course he loved the camera. He was like, "It's the exact camera I wanted. How did you know?" And I was like, "Because I pay attention." Then he mumbled something about how he has a present for me too, but it's on order. On order? As if he was having something specially made for me by magical artisan fairies or something. What he really meant was that he was going to scramble to find something for me on Amazon when he got home. And then he handed me the camera and he was like, "Hey, can you take a picture of me?" Oh my goddess, he's such an asshole. And now that I think about it, he probably won't even use the camera. He'll just carry it around as a prop like his guitar. Anyway, when I came home from work yesterday, there was an Amazon package outside my door. On Christmas Eve, from Dancing Gary, of course. The crazy thing is, though, as I opened the box, I actually felt kind of hopeful and excited. Maybe Dancing Gary really listened and learned this time. Maybe he did choose something special for me, something redeeming and thoughtful and meaningful. But he did not, dear diary. My Christmas gift from Dancing Gary was a 13-gallon plastic garbage can. And not even some kind of cool, touchless, voice-activated trash can. Not even a foot pedal to open it. Just a basic garbage can. For garbage. For Christmas. At that very moment, I knew that my first New Year's resolution was probably going to be breaking up with Dancing Gary for good. You know, even though I look pretty perfect on the outside, I recognize that I have my shortcomings like anyone else. Not nearly as many shortcomings as Dancing Gary, of course. But I can take responsibility for my actions and admit my mistakes and try to learn from them. But Dancing Gary lives a totally unexamined life. He is incapable of accountability. When I told him the Office Depot gift card was really thoughtless, he was just like, "Don't blame me. Blame it on the Magi for starting the whole Christmas gift tradition in the first place." You know, I'm not even going to bother talking to him about the garbage can, because I understand now that a leopard can't change its spots, and Dancing Gary can't even change his shirt. But you know what? It's Christmas, and I really don't want to talk about Dancing Gary. So I had a really great Christmas Zoom with Dale and Glory. We were supposed to meet in person, but because of this new strain of COVID going around, people are freaking out and staying home again. We opened our presents together on Zoom, and it was super fun. Dale's always been kind of a science geek, but like a super pretty one. And she's gotten really into the science writer called Michio Kaku. He's a professor and like a physics rock star. So I found a first edition signed copy of one of his books, and she loved it. Dale gave me a new tennis racket. She asked me to be her doubles partner at her tennis club. I mean, she does love tennis, but really, she wants us to hang out at her club to meet different kind of guys than we meet at our dance parties. Glory's gone totally zen since she got certified online as a yoga instructor during the first lockdown. So I bought her this Buddha statue that she's been eyeballing for her home meditation shrine thing. She's become obsessed with like wellness and hydration on her spiritual journey, so she gave Stanley cups to Dale and me. Those jumbo-sized 40-ounce ones. She's super caring. Gift giving really reveals a lot about a person. Well, dear diary, it's time for me to slip out of my Santa suit and pop some popcorn and watch that quintessential Christmas movie, Fanny and Alexander, the full 5-hour and 12-minute version. Merry Christmas! Love, Dancing Dawn.